Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I am finally going to try actually ranking up right now. So this deck is a deck that I finally feel like I built it. It was my own ideas with this. I'm sure other people have built very similar stuff, but and I've just been playing it. I've played 14 games so far with it, and I've only lost 4. One of those actually had a family emergency. I had to run out, time someone out. I feel really bad. And so I'm not sure if I would have won that one or not, but so it's a 71% win rate deck going into this one. I really like the deck a lot, and so I'm hoping that it performs for you guys as well. Basically what I'm going to do here, I like to do my ranking sessions on stream. I usually am a little bit more chill during when I'm just trying to rank. This might be a little bit longer video because I want to just play this deck a lot more than sometimes when I actually have a good deck. I've spent time to make a deck good. I'm like, you know what? Let's actually play that deck. Let's actually, use it because it's good. And I don't always do that. I usually play the jankier stuff quite a bit. And I want to make sure I am bringing you guys good content as well, not just janky stuff, because janky stuff is fun. There's definitely a place for it. I hope you guys enjoy that because I make a lot of that kind of content. But I do like to make these better types of content as well. I tend to lean, whenever I'm playing more competitive decks, I tend to lean more towards aggro, towards, like this mid-rangey type of feel. And so for this deck, we are jumping back into Historic, which I think right now is at an amazing place with a lot of cards that are maybe a little bit too busted. Things like Collected Company, which says you look at the top 6 cards of your library, you put up to 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. So we can basically hit a Yorvo, a Silly Champion all at once, or we can get like a Selvala, which we have one of, which surprisingly enough we run into pretty often with this deck. And Champion of Lambholt, just some really fun stuff that we can hit with this deck. So basically what the game plan is, I actually just barely made some changes. I initially had some Allosaurus Shepherds in here as well because I had a few more elves. I ended up taking out the Elvish Visionary and put in Merfolk Branchwalker instead. I just felt like it worked better with Pelt Collector. It let us hit our land drops. So it was like it wasn't quite as good as Land Elves, but we're basically trying to get to make sure that we can hit a land on turn 3 so we can be playing stuff. Merfolk Branchwalker helps us accomplish that pretty effectively. Pelt Collectors, Land Elves, of course, letting us play stuff a little bit quicker. I was thinking about playing like Explorer in this spot as well, but just didn't end up working. But anyway, we want a lot of creatures that are in the 1, 2, and 3 drop slot. Having multiple in the 3 drop slot that work really well together is important because we're going to be having 2 things enter the battlefield for 3 or less. And so if we can get 2 things for 3 mana, that's better than 2 things for 1 mana, basically. Then yeah, you get what's going on here. And so what we want to do is basically have a lot of things trigger. Champion of Lambholt says whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter onto it. Yorvo says basically the same thing except for green creatures. And guess what? We have a bunch of green creatures. And so it's pretty good. I think it's if the creature's power is greater than Yorvo's as well. So like Still Life Champion works really well with Yorvo to be able to make it really big, really quick, and do some pretty big stuff. Champion Lambholt also says whenever creatures with power less than its power, they can't block creatures that you control. And so we can do some really, really busted instant speed things with this deck. I do have 2 copies of Questing Beast, which aren't, 3 convert mana cost 3 or less, but it's just so good. It's really powerful. The one deck I've been running up against that I found, I've actually lost, I think, to almost the same deck multiple times, is the flying auras decks. The decks that have lots of big flyers that we can't quite race, that have a lot of life gain. Hushbringer does hurt a lot of our ATB effects, and so that's the one deck I think 3 of my losses were to the same exact deck where Hushbringer is out and auras come in. If I keep running into it, I'm going to add in some removal to the deck. Right now I'm not as worried. We don't have reach, we don't have anything, but we're explosive enough that we should, even in that matchup, if I'm ever on the play finally against it, I think that we can be explosive enough and be quick enough to actually win the match. I've just kind of they've had amazing draws while I've had kind of dirtily draws in those matchups. On the tap end, Nissa, great henge. The thing with Collected Company is that the more cards that you have that aren't convert mana cost 3 or less and creatures, the higher chance that you don't get as much value out of it. And so we're trying not to use too many, but we want to make sure that we're playing things that will get more value, that let us do big things. Nissa is just busted. You play Nissa. Same thing with like Questing. Like all these cards here are just so worth playing that it's hard to not. So Great Henge, Nissa, and Questing Beast. And then if you also count the Collected Company, it's only 10 cards, or sorry, Yeah, 10 cards that are not what we're trying to hit, as well as lands. So it ends up being about half of our deck is going to be good. And so if you're looking at the top 6 cards, that's 10% of your deck. You have half of them are these creatures. At least 3 should be there, most likely 2. And if we only get 1 every once in a while, it's likely it can happen, but hitting 1 should be very uncommon, or hitting less than 1. So I mean that's the hope, at least. And so anyway, let's go ahead and just jump into the deck. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a few cards from the new set that are in here. I guess it's mostly just Ronus. Ronus is perfect for this deck though. It is legendary, it's indestructible, so it shouldn't be going anywhere. 2 copies is perfect. We don't need many of them. Being able to give trample to our questing beast is really good. Being able to pump up our champion of Lamholt, making it a little bit bigger, is also really sweet. To be able to make sure that Ronus can actually swing in. It's just a really fun card. I'm liking this deck a lot. So yeah, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the deck as we play it out. But as is, let's just start ranking up. Let's get ourselves out of Platinum and see if we can actually get to Mythic in this month of August. I've not put as much focus onto ranking because, of course, baby and all this different stuff been going on. So now I'm going to finally try to get up to Mythic before the end of the season, just because I kind of want to do it for myself, make sure that I want to try to get there every single season, every single month. And I'll try to get there earlier next time. So anyway, let's jump right into it. Let's go. All right, jumping into it, up against Tempest Shadow, and we are going to keep this Merfolk Branchwalker into the Yorv of O. I usually like to hold on to Scavenging Ooze as long as possible. I like to be able to bring it out and use it basically right away. If there's no creatures in graveyards, it doesn't get much value. Selvala is good. And this is one of those cards. Selvala is a card where we love hitting it with Collected Company, not necessarily playing it out, but drawing cards is great. So we can either go for Selvala right away, we can go for Yorvo and start ramping up to get to the Great Henge. This gets more ramp, I think, for us, so we do that. They're not gonna block. Down to 15, pass the turn. Ugh, rude. That is all sorts of the rudeness. All right, Pelt Collector, Scavenging Ooze. This is a little bit awkward. Yorvo loves having other things come down, but this will also work. Yep, jumps. Let's see how much more removal. Oath of Kaya is annoying. Kaya gets Pelt Collector. Not great.
Somebody tells you better watch your back from here on out.
So I could play out Ronus now. Debating if killing Kaya is worthwhile. Let's go Yorvo. They gain life if a creature was killed, so they might have more incentive to actually kill something. We'll go ahead and offer up the trades. Just trying to see if a Hero Precinct 1 is actually willing to trade off against some of this stuff. Man, I play so differently when I'm talking on stream. Honestly, I wonder how much better I would be if I didn't do it as often. But I mean, it is fun. I enjoy it. Let's just go Yorvo now. I am a little bit worried about a board wipe of some sort, but if we can hit... There's a few things, like a Champion of Lamholt would be really nice to hit here too. Let's see. Actually, let's just go big stuff. The big and the beefy. So 2 things are entering. If that creature's power is greater than it, put another +1/+1 counter on it. Oh, then F it. So okay, so it's after. So if we do like it'd have to be a 6/6 as we play it. Let's swing here, swing here. Force him to block with the Hero of Precinct 1, basically. Alright, or take it to the face. Down to 9, pass the turn. Sweet. Alright, do you have a board wipe? Simic Simeon, what's up? Welcome. Next turn we have Great Henge into Ronus. Middling Mage. Bouncing Yorvo. We have 10 points of damage with these guys. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of a different card. Can't cast spells with the chosen name. Cool. We still have lethal on board. We don't have any creatures in the graveyard. I was actually thinking they would let this die just so they can gain 2 life with Kaya. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Takes the Ronus. I think that was the wrong one to take.
You better watch your
Oh,
back
there's a
from
creature
here on
now.
out.
All right. Sweet. There we go. All right, up against Swag. Bring it on. Play the forest, play the Pelt Collectee. So we could, if we don't hit land, I probably will go Scavenging Ooze into Merfolk just to try to get as much value out of the Pelt Collector and aggressiveness as possible here. Chart a course. All right, what is this? That's always in like combo-y shenanigan type decks. Oh gosh. Yep, I've seen this deck before. We are gonna play out Scavenging Ooze so that we can get rid of things from the graveyard. Down to 18. Pass the turn. Yeah. So yeah, that Scavenging Ooze is what just won us the game there. Sweet. All right, up against Musashi. Bring it on. We have Pelt Collector. This is an amazing hand, especially, but we're on the draw, so we can hopefully find another 2-drop or some other 1-drops. But overall, he's good. Do I ever play Commander? I play Commander on paper. I know a lot of people have been starting to do like playing it, just like showing their playmat. I've been debating about jumping into that a little bit more. I've not invested a lot into Commander cards because I play so much Arena instead, and so I don't have a lot of stuff. Goblins. This is one of those matchups where we actually are pretty good against them if they don't find Muxus and if we're on the play. Right now they are on the play and they got Skirk Prospect. Oh gosh, we will gladly trade off with this. You know, actually, do we? Oh, that's a tough choice. That's a really tough choice, actually. All right, so now we can go Pelt Collector, Scavenging Ooze. I think, though, we go either Champion or... Champion is one of the ways that we can win in this matchup. We only play multiple things. We can play Yorvo out and then Pelt Collector, Champion, Land Portal, Pelt Collector on the next turn. And Scavenging Ooze, this will be a 3/3. Basically, none of their stuff can block. This will be like a 7/7 or 8/8. We should be able to get in for quite a bit of damage. All right, play Champion. Play Pelt Collector. Now none of their guys can block, so we go swinging. Down to 14. Do they have a Muxus? Actually, I guess we know what's on top. That has been a lot of lands, actually. Yeah, opponent keeps it up. Yeah, they needed to have something else soon. That's one of the importance of like finding goblin matrons as well. Is to there's so many tutors with goblins. It's so consistent, but not today, Mister. Up against Max. Let's play. Play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. Yorvo into Collected Company. Ooh. It is a question of do we want to play at instant speed or not. I'm going to try to play it around however, like if they have lands tapped or not, basically. Yorvo over Still Leaf Champion, I do believe. Having stuff not be able to block is nice though. Down to 18. Down to 15. So we're one land away from being able to use Castle Garenbrig as well. So I could try to shoot for the Collected Company now and make it bigger. I think we just swing. Pass the turn. If they tap out here, then we'll play it out. All right, Collected Company. Champion and Pelt Collector could get pretty big if we find land to play both of these out. We play Land Award to make sure that we do the same thing. Let's go for Pelt Collector. Alright, so we have, with one Sea Leaf Champion, if it resolves, we have lethal on board. If we hit a land, we can go for Castle Garenbrig, hit for a bit more. I'm assuming they're going to have some sort of bounce effect or whatever. But if we can survive like 3 turns, we good. We hit land. Alright, double Steel Leaf Champion. Essence Scatter. Please don't have another one. That would just be rude. For the love of donuts. I mean, that's what Mono Blue does, right? Creatures with power less than it can't block. So we'll see. I guess we swing with Scavenging Ooze in this. I want to make sure we're at least putting in some damage. If they trade off with Scavenging Ooze... Actually, maybe we want to keep that for a little bit. I want to force them to keep back blockers as well. If it dies, it grows the Pelt Collector. Alright, they do trade it off. Okay, down to 6. That's a pretty good spot when we have a Champion of Landpulp. You hate counters? Yes. My biggest frustration with counters is that, like, it's the somewhat same issue as removal in general. It just, if the cheaper they get, the more frustrating it is, where a 2-mana spell can destroy a 5 or 6, 10-mana spell. Like, that's the biggest reason that it's feel bad. How about that? So unfortunately, this doesn't let us pay for Lofty Denial whenever we use this. Because I don't think we can use it. It's only been cast on creatures. But let's go ahead and use the Merfolk Branchwalker first. If they counter this, Scavenging Ooze comes down, gets to gain us a little bit of life, which is necessary, I think, with Pteromander. Okay. Shablamo! Alright, up against Phoenix XZY. Oh, my bad. We have Land Where Else and we are on the draw. I'm going to keep a 1-lander here. I know it's weird, but I'm going to do it. We have the ability to get to every card in the hand. And more lands are bound to happen, right? Right? If we don't hit land here, I may play their Branchwalker to try to hit the land and then play a Llanowar Elves. Alright, we hit the land. Then we play Yorvo. Gruul. Alright, Gruul can be pretty bad. They're gonna exert this dude. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, when you go to exert, you have to attack him in separately. It doesn't happen after the fact. You have to do it one at a time, the way it works. So we can either... Let's see, let's put up a big wall of defense here. And swing for the same amount. Down to 15. Indestructible does help a smidge. Rule Spellbreaker. He's a big boy. 7 power. They can say something doesn't block on the next turn. In case, I know a lot of people are still kind of new to Omnicat cards. Exert basically means that it doesn't untap on the next turn, so it's every other turn they can exert it. And it says, as it attacks, target creature can't block this turn. So I need to make sure that I'm keeping something up. Otherwise, Embercleave might be a big deal. Let's go with just 2 creatures here. Branchwalker. We'll hold on to Scavenging Ooze and maybe actually play... Let's see. Let's go Graveyard with that. Now we'll play Scavenging Ooze. I was thinking we might be able to keep Llanowar Elves up as a blocker as well. Alright, 7 means that they'll trade. Swing with Ronas. We have 2 blockers. We shouldn't die. And trading off is exactly what we're hoping for there. Sweet. Yeah, we're in a very good spot now. Questing Beast is annoying. Yeah, we'll take it. No blocks. Down to 11. Land Champion. Let's go Llanowar Elves. Grow the Champion. Ronas can't attack just yet. Pass the turn. Let's see if they recognize they can't block as well, though. Rude. Robber the Rich. Also rude. We're really close to dead, actually. Alright, block here. Eat a thing. Yeah, Oozy feeding time. Down to 8. Kill the dude. Alright, so this means we can swing with Ronas. Okay, Questing Beast. So we force a block here. I'm just debating if I want to swing with Scavenging Ooze real quick. I think we just swing with the 2 big boys. Playing with the big boys now. I did forget that I can pay 3 to make something bigger to then be able to block or attack. I always forget about that ability isn't required. Alright, yep. 2 things die. Down to 5. We can gain 2 here, pass the turn. Embercleave is scary. We get to gain enough life to dodge it. We could have swung with everything. They would have been forced to block. We would have got them down to 2 instead, but lost something. I'd rather be a little bit more conservative with my plays. Yeah, not quite lethal because they had Crasher to block. All right, watch this. This is another thing we can do, and I forgot about this before. Champion of Lamhold. Oh, dang it. I was thinking I can pump it, but it's creatures with power less than it, so it doesn't quite work here. So we can make this an 8/8. You can also give Trample. All right, so now we swing with these 3, and we have the game here. Unless they have a shock or something. Again, the extra ability here I always forget about. But yeah, I can pump 2 to pump the Branchwalker, or pump the Ooze to get in for trample damage. So yeah, bam, got him. I go first. Keep it. Yeah, I guess we go Llanowar Elves first. There are times when Pelt Collector is better to try to go more aggro, but now we actually go Selvala now. Having more ramp is grand. So I believe I can Pelt Collector and then Questing Beast. Yes, okay. And draw a card. And swing. Down to 16. They could have like Cry of the Canarium, which would be annoying. But doesn't kill Savala, doesn't kill... Okay, that kills Questing Beast. Still, though... So we can tap for 3 mana here with Savala. I don't know why it would add a bunch of white mana. That is... there are some... I don't even know what to call those. Those little places in Arena that are still really funky. Alright, go Scavenging Ooze. I think that we don't overplay our board here. I just want to use the mana that I have to beat that. And then swing. Pass the turn. I don't want to overcommit in case there's a Ritual Soot. Ritual Soot is one of the best cards against us and absolutely played very often. Thought Erasure. Cool. Yep. Discard a creature. We'll grow the Ooze. In case they're playing things like Kroxa, we will go ahead and start eating their graveyard a little bit when we have open mana. That's good. I think that we just go aggro here. Stop tapping the Selvala. There we go. All right. A blam. Booyah. What's from Emperor's New Groove? Boom, bam, baby. There we go. Nailed it. All right, keeping this. This looks like a snap keep. 2/1 drops. There's a Llanowar Elves in hand. 2 lands. It doesn't even matter what we have besides that. Life is great. Yep, Llanowar Elves. Yeah, Pelt Collector, Scavenging Ooze. We hope to hit land so that we can collect the company on the next turn and then into Nissa. Ooh, dalali. All right, up against the most annoying deck ever. Yeah, this is the deck we've been worried about. So Pelt Collecty, Branch Walker, try to hit that land. We got it. Is it just boom, baby? I always say boom, bam, baby, but you're right. I think it is boom, baby. Oh yeah, I did get that wrong. Thank you, Lord Licorice, for setting me straight. I am forever in your debt. Alright, play Forest, pass turn. I probably could swing a Pelt Collector and then try to hit the Collected Company to make it big enough to get through guys or whatever, but we'll see. I'm a little worried they're going to have something annoying. Yeah, Staggering Insight, that's the card we're worried about. And until they find all that glitters, we can still outvalue them here a little bit. Down to 17. You know, I want to do this before. I can't remember if they played a land now or yet. In case they go and play like a Lofty Denial, play blue mana and Lofty Denial, let's just get it out. All right. Not amazing picks, but if we hit land, we can Scavenging Ooze into Steel Leaf or Nissa into Scavenging Ooze. None of their stuff can block unless they make it big. Okay, more life gain. That doesn't affect the Champion of Landholt though. All right, so we get 6 mana. I'm gonna try for the Nissa first. It's a little bit greedy, but I think overall worthwhile. Alright, so we have to play the Scavenging Ooze now so that Champion can get big enough to then they can't block and gain life. We're gonna still keep back the Branch Walker, I think, to block with. Just to keep Nissa alive. Okay, down to 15. Please, oh please, no all that glitters. Do not do it. No! Oh, it's the worst. Oh, yes. Make it bigger and better. Alright. Alright, if we get another collected company, we may have a small shot still. Yeah, that's not it. Alright, still a champion. Yeah, I think we've lost here. Again, this is what I've said before, is that this deck just has our number. And we have things we could bring in, like if we had a sideboard, we could totally have a shot against them. But if we swing in here, they gain 10 life. We'll go ahead and... I'm not doing the math, but for sure we can't actually kill them. This would be close to... Oh, they're not blocking at all? Oh man, we were actually close. If I had swung with Merfolk Branchwalker the last time, yeah, good game. We didn't have any creatures for Ooze to eat. I didn't have any way to pump. I had Hash Up Oasis that I could have done. Yeah, he did the maths. Up against Lord Grim. Yeah, keep it. Dig in this hand greatly. Ooh, this is looking pretty. Are up against creatures or what? Creatures. Ooh. Umori in a goblin stack. Very intriguing concept there. Go champion. The Gargaroth in this deck? No, I don't. Yeah, Elder Gargaroth is really good. And don't tell me you have the dream. If they draw the dream, it's gonna be frustrating. Alright, let's try to get them when they swing with Muxus here. And the Phyrexian Tower too, which is so good. Okay, Goblin Matron, so they have the dream on the next turn. So we have maybe 2 turns to win. Champion of Lamholt has to get massive. So collect the company. Do the dirty. Please swing. Oh, alright, collect the company. Alright, Selvala and Silly Champion's pretty good. That gives us a lot of ramp. Take action, draw a card. So let's see here. I guess we go Yorvo first. Or the yeah, I guess it's Yorvo. Yorvo first. Collect the company. Get a few more triggers. All right, and we're going Slammo. Slammo Jamma. Is 3 blockers enough? I guess we hold back Llanowar Elves to block. Okay, down to 19 past the turn. Sorry, down to 9. It doesn't work with collected company, so that's why we don't have the Gargaroth in here. All right, how big is Muxus? That's the question. Oh, Krenko. No haste, though. No haste. That's the game. Nothing on top. Oh, wait, they do have mana. They do have mana that they can still make if they... Oh, dang it. Okay, Chain Whirler doesn't kill much. Another Muxus, though. They can kill their entire board to hit Muxus again. It's probably worthwhile to them because we do have lethal on board still. So this is their only shot Unless they have the chieftain. They have the chieftain, which means Kranko gets to go off, making 4 more gobos, getting 4 more mana. Zavala triggers are very annoying. Ha 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 ha. Interesting. Okay, plays the Muxus. I'm assuming they sack the other Muxus. I keep seeing people not use that mana here and there. Alright, Chieftain. They know they're getting a Chain Whirler. Alright, sweet. That's not a lot of stuff. That's fine. We can deal with this. Matron, though, for more Muxus. And they get to do it again. Ah, man. Dude, goblins are so annoying. Okay, yeah, they play the other Muxus. If they can find another Chieftain and Kranko and a Strict Prospector, they can keep comboing off for days. Do Gobos do it? Alright. I keep saying, oh, they didn't do it, but I still am not always sure. Alright, use Zavala. Let's not do it that way. Actually, let's cancel real quick. Let's play Merfolk Branchwalker. I should just swing in, right? We have the game. Alright, let's just swing in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't usually stream on the weekends. I may be switching to where I do it a little more often, because it is fun to do it. Keeping this hand, yeah, turn 2 champion is amazing. If this is the Aras deck, right, not Aras. I've seen a couple different versions with Luris. There's like a zombies or like a Lazov Kroxa combo deck, which Scavenging Ooze is amazing against them. Yeah, they take the Ooze. I'm still gonna keep my game plan. We have a really good curve here going. Both these guys for the next turn. Please no second Thoughtseize. Oh, Monday at 8 a.m. where you're at? Oh, wow, yeah. Thoughtseize hits the other one. Nice. Say it too. Alrighty. Branchwalker. Hopefully find something good on top. That's good. Library. Keep it. Down to 13 past the turn. Stitcher Supplier. I'm wondering which YouTuber did this deck, because I keep running into it everywhere. Luckily, Stitcher Supplier can't block, so we swing in with everything. Down to 6 past the turn. They have enough to bring Kroxa back if they hit land. Even still, though, I don't think they can win. Because Stitcher Supplier can't block. Yeah, so it's like, that's probably their best thing they could go for, and it's still not enough. We played very fair Magic. Well, kind of. Llanowar Elves doesn't totally seem fair, but that was just a very aggressive clock. Alright, up against Honey Badger. Got the little guy here with me as well. He's gonna try to behave the best he can, but we're just ranking, so much more chill today than normal. Play Forest. This is the slowest start we've had in a while, the deck, which is actually, we've had Llanowar Elves in the opening hand many a time, which is not typical necessarily. Scavenging Ooze. Alright, potentially like Selesnya. Let's go with Branchwalker. We already have another one. I'm gonna say Graveyard. Pass the turn. Ah, man, that's actually kind of awkward to Scavenging Ooze. Just gave him fuel. Alright, I'm assuming Collected Company on their side. Let's go Zavala. with this, we get to start using 3 mana every turn, which is pretty sweet. No attacks. Dude, Collected Company is just such a busted card. It is so busted. Yep, there it is. That's it? Just 2 Thalias? Oh, alright, that's fine. Whew, alright. Yeah, should have cracked that first, sir. Oh man, I was terrified there. Alright, so Abzan. Unclaimed Territory seems really weird in this deck. Thoughtseize hits probably Champion. Just Scavenging Ooze, interesting. And now with 1 card left, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Alright, so they can grow it up to a 4/4, so no blocks. Taker beats down to 16. Castle Garenbrig is pretty nice. Not amazing, but pretty nice. I think we get to play out our hand here with it. So first off, tap Selvala. And then use Castle Garenbrig. And then we go Champion. Scavenging Ooze. Branchwalker. Not too bad. And we'll keep the questing beast on the library, yes. It won't be enough to draw us an extra card, but it's good. Stitcher Supplier. Alright, this is Call the Death Dweller type of stuff as well. That actually makes a lot of sense. If you're playing Call the Death Dweller and Collected Company... Oh, that's actually busted. That's dang, man, that's kind of disgusting. Alright, so I can play out Questing Beast and swing, and I'm debating if I want to pump it as well. This will become a 4/4. How many creatures? Are there any creatures in the graveyards? Just Thalia? Alright, so go Questing Beast. And I think we actually swing with everything. I'm going to offer up the trade with Champion. I can steal their stuff before they can use Scavenging Ooze because we have 4 mana here. They have 1, 2, 3. Is this worthwhile? I think so. Blocks the Champion. All right. Which is fine by me. Alright, goes to grow it. Alright, we'll take Thalia. Okay. Alright, so losing the Champion or Lamphold, definitely not the best here. But we also get them down to 7 and get to keep Questing Beast and a bunch of other stuff. So I basically was offering up, okay, do you want to get Questing Beast or do you want that? Okay, so Freebooter, not amazing. Still can't block Questing Beast. Hotshot Oasis does give us lethal, and we have the game. Sweet. All right, so Oasis onto Questing Beast. Sack here. Yes, indeed. Shringaling on Ding Dong on in. Bam. All right, that was sweet. Oh, that was a good. I like their deck. It was basically like Hate Bears type of thing with Thalia. Is so good, by the way. All right, up against Mellow Death and keep this. A lot of good stuff in hand. Hotshot Oasis are a little bit painful. Mobile Axe. Vanguard. Cool play there. Not amazing, but cool. Still leave champion. If they hit the land, we can't block the knight, but we can at least block Vanguard over and over again. Sorin. Okay. We'll just give it Death Touch and Lifelink for a turn. Or they just have Big Steph. Great. That's a thing. So I want to collect the company before this dies if they do block. I'm going to go ahead and swing in at Sorin. See if they go for the trade or not. Alright, in case we can find a Pelt Collector, this is worthwhile. So we do find Pelt Collector. Scavenging Use is also good. Pelt Collector, Yorvo. Okay, kill the Champion of Dusk. Throw the Pelt Collector. Alright, that's, I mean, 4 mana, 8 power on board. Not the worst play.
Our fiends thirst for life.
Oh man. Still, that's a lot of damage. We take it this turn. No blocks. Down to 14. This grows. We get to play Nissa into Merfolk Branchwalker. Ooh, Champion is also really good. I think it's worthwhile to play Champion first. Okay, play Champion of Lamholt. They might just kill it here. We'll see. I don't think there's really a good way to block here, so maybe we do just swing in. They can take, to make them lose 4 here. I'm guessing that's the way they go, because otherwise you get to kill 2 things. I could try to swing face. You get to gain 5 life, 6 life next turn anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and swing. Ouch, bud. Don't keep pinching my hand, stop it. That hurts. Downey's Magic, what's up, man? Welcome. Little one is having fun watching a YouTube video over here. And that's great. We like that. But stop it. Don't do that. Not using Sorin. Very interesting. Alright, this is 7, 11 damage. So we have to block to not be dead. They didn't gain any life though. Which means that we have actually a fairly decent chance at just winning here. They may sacrifice something to kill the champion. If they don't, we should win. Alright, they kill the champion. Yeah, I think they've got us. They had a very, very aggressive start. Hey, Betty. Don't hit me, please.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
You have to stay sitting here if you're going to be in here with me. Llanowar as a blocker. I guess that's better than the 3/3, right? And it grows Yorvo. Scavenging Use would have been pretty nice in this game. To gain some life. I think we're dead. Because they can hit in for a couple and then kill us here, so yeah, it's a good game. Yeah, because Sorin can do 3 damage to our face, and so Absolutely dead there. All right, up against a Foo Fall. We will keep this. Llanowar Elves. Early questing beast is amazing. Soulscar Mage is scary though. All right. Alright, just plays out of lots of creatures. Go questing beast. Alright, we really cannot draw dead here against this matchup. It is very, very bad for us. Bash you a Pyromancer. With Soulscar Mage out there, they can really hurt our questing beast. Even with the shock. Skewers the ooze though, okay. You know, because we just have lands, I'm actually gonna go ahead and fire this one off. I may put it like on a Llanowar Elves to try to draw out removal. But we guarantee get in for damage with questing beast, right? So I guess we go ahead and sack here, get in for 7, and see if it's a fast enough clock. Down to 9 past the turn. What did I say about not wanting to draw lands there? Grim Lavamancer also bad. Gets to start killing our questing beast. Alright, Champion Lambholt. So if they focus on killing questing beast, this becomes a problem for them. If we find another Hashep Oasis and they don't play much else, questing beast kills them. It's our face, gets another light up stage. Good play. Maybe. Pillar of Flame. I think they've got to fire it off on the champion. Okay. Ooh, so much good stuff. Stop it, opponent. Don't do it. And we're back in being in really bad shape. Yep, skewers the questing beast down to a 1/1 because of Soulscar Mage. They can shock it here as well. I think that's actually a worse play overall. Lava Runner. Actually, what they should have done is shocked it and then swung in with some stuff. Okay, no blocks. Down to 10. Scavenging Ooze is something. Only one creature. So we know they have 2 removal spells. Alright, swing with questing beast for sure. I guess we don't swing with it. We offer up trades because this lets us get our scavenging ooze bigger. Down to 3. Past the turn. Dude, Soulscar Mage is so busted. He's a good one. Alright, it becomes a 1/1. Going for it again. Interesting. No more creatures. Is it worthwhile just to spend the mana? I guess technically, we're not going to get enough spells out of the graveyard, but we could have like turned off the G2 lava runners. With Grim Lavamancer, they actually lose out on value here. So if we steal too many things, so we actually get to turn these guys off this turn, for sure. And that's 3 points of damage. Okay, so resolve. That dies. Now we grab Champion Lamb Halt. Mostly just to gain life here. Ah, man, we didn't turn these guys off though. They played that well. So here's the thing. We could block with Questing Beast. If we find a Hashep Oasis, it still can't be blocked by their team. So we still have a shot at it being worthwhile. Another Questing Beast would be victory. So 5. They don't have Ember Cleave, otherwise they'll just swing with another one. So down to 5. Ramanop Ruins. That's not what we're... Actually, you know what? This can still hit us Hashep Oasis. Do it. No! Alright. Alright, swing with Questing Beast. 2 damage, 2 damage. And I think they have enough swingers that we're dead. This was a close one. We drew way too many lands. We're only running, I think, 22 in the deck. You know what? What are the odds that Soul Scar Mage actually does more damage than this right now? So 3. Or there is a small chance it doesn't, right? So they still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make him actually do it. They get more cards in the graveyard they can exile here. We still have a few cards that could potentially save us. Yeah. They had exactly enough mana to be able to do it all too. Ridiculous. Good game, sir. Great for you. Alrighty. This deck typically beats mono red. Not always, clearly, but my other 3 games I've had against it, I've won. Yeah, we keep this. Allosaur Shepherd. The Pelt Collectors are definitely tempting here, but what I'm going to try for is hitting another land and going Ronus into Questing Beast, which is a busted play, potentially. That is a lot of Pelt Collectors, though. I guess we can do that a turn later. We haven't hit land yet. All right, so Pelt Collector, Pelt Collector, Pelt Collector. That's not a bad play either. And then actually, like, Collected Company could be really sweet. All right, so Ronus. I'm assuming they have Collected Company, so I'm not going to swing in just yet. Yeah. If they hit enough lords here, it would just be really bad for us. Very, very bad. Do you have another Collected Company? They're digging for it. Man, Elvish Archdruid, so much mana. It's ridiculous. Clan Caller, yeah, Another Archdruid, sure, why not? Can't actually block with this. Champion of Lambable, yay! All right, pass the turn. Basically, we're hoping that we can hit the Collected Company for the next turn and get them, but I think that we've just missed too many land draws. That happens sometimes. So Allosaur Shepherd turns them all into 5/5s. Yeah, we're definitely dead. We'll see if they figure that out as well. Yeah. I think we could have survived, but it wouldn't have been great. All right, elves are pretty sweet. Collected Company is just a really busted card. They got to theirs, we did not. They got the ramp and all the lords. We didn't quite get our stuff going. He's good. Ooh, yes! Someone is actually playing Snubward Sentry. Oh, that makes me so happy. This card is actually really busted. I've been wondering if it was worthwhile to play something like this again. Is this for an Aura's deck? That actually would make sense. Alright, Branchwalker has a chance of actually blocking or getting through these guys. Ooh. We will get to Collected Company. So I think we keep that. That's a chance to outvalue town them. Oh, Ketra's Monument, yes. Oh, that is so good with this. Man, I'm like, I shouldn't be this excited about other people's decks, right? But oh boy, am I ever. Okay, down to 17. I'm betting this is also like a Throne of the God Pharaoh type of deck too. Just like a ton of damage, a bunch of aggro plays. Mentor the Meek, yes. Oh, Mentor the Meek is so good with this deck. Sky Merchant Aspirant. How close are they to City's Blessing? They got it on turn, what, turn 4? Right, so take it. Take 6. Oh, it's so good. Questing Beast is also very, very good here. Is that better than Collected Company? I don't think so. Elite Guard Mage. Okay, they get to draw a card. Wait, more 1/1s. This deck is sweet. We've got to play something like this soon. We're gonna see if we can get them. Not enough mana for any kind of pump. Collected Company. Go Coco. Champion. Still Life Champion. Block here. Do I want to trade off with the other one and start growing the Scavenging Ooze? Let's keep our life total high. They're gonna go wide enough, it's a little bit scary. Questing Beasts, or we go for Scavenging Ooze. We already get in with Still Life Champion. Let's go Great Henge. Because the not being blocked is something we have with every creature. Technically, these can get bigger than Questing Beast. So swinging with Still Life Champion. We should have lethal next turn with the Questing Beast. And having how many creatures to grow these guys with? A few. Okay, Militia Bugler. Yeah, unfortunately for them, what they're doing is good for us. So, yeah. Okay, down to Vanguard. Oh no, no Deputy of Detentions. Seriously? Just gonna pull that out of the hat? I think we still have lethal after this hits the battlefield. They definitely go for a Scavenging Ooze. Or do they go for the Champion? Okay, Champion of Lambholt. Oh, that's rude. Alright. Alright, that's fair, that's fair. Okay, down to 11. So Oasis doesn't quite give us enough damage just yet, so we basically are only playing creatures, right? So questing beasts, there is a chance we could draw into a collected company and we miss out on it here. Maybe I should have played the Merfolk Branchwalker first to like know what we're drawing into. Yeah, keep it on the library, draw it, play it. Swing, swing. I probably should have held it back, one of these guys, because if they do have a pump spell, and they've been able to draw through quite a bit, we're in a lot of trouble. But down to 5, we have 3 creatures that work really well against what they're doing. They swing with everything. So let's see here. Block here. Block here. Block here. Block here, block here. I do believe those are good blocks. 5 creatures coming through. 6, 7. Down to 4. They didn't have a pump. Whew. Alright, sweet. Life's good. Oh, that was really terrifying. And they could have Settle the Wreckage as well. So I guess we play it safe. Actually, Champion Lambhold as well. Okay, let's do like, man, they could have life gain, they could have some sort of like Settle the Wreckage. So yeah, swing like this. All right, cool. Playing mind games with myself here. All right, so I was hoping to do a little bit longer of a ranking stream with this, but overall the deck did really well. We're gonna pull up stats here, see if it'll work for us here this time, and see how we did. So I started out with a 71% win rate. We definitely went on a really long win streak, and then we had a few. It was like 50% on the last, like, I don't even know, the last games, like 6 games or so. Overall, really fun deck. Let's see if we can pull this up. And yeah, I like it. I think it's good. I think that it's powerful. Coco is just a busted card. Champion Lambhold as well, really fun. I like the numbers that we have in this deck so far. For me, it's worked pretty well. I could see you like maybe going a little bit closer to the 1-drops or 2-drop slot, maybe trimming a little bit in the 3-drop slot, maybe not having some of the big things, but like everything we had was good. I didn't see much value in Nissa in this one. All right, we actually kept exactly our 71% win rate, and so you guys can see here, we basically started probably like right around here for the stream. Had a really good, just like lots of wins in a row, and then we started having some losses at the end there. But overall, pretty fun. And dude, I like this deck a lot. It's really cool. We're gonna export it to Aether Hub here in a bit. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you guys are watching, if you guys like to watch on Twitch, I have a Twitch link down in the description below. Go and follow me there. And we'll see you guys in the next one.